Shalom Makim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who teach and rule well. And peace and salutations to the whole full elect pushing forth this doctrine, this gospel amongst the four winds with truth and sincerity. To you I say Shalom Makim. This is your brother Parathon back at it with another lesson. Lord willing, it's edifying. I'm just going to jump into John, the 4th chapter. I'm going to bounce around, just going into the account of the lady at the well, the Samaritan woman at the well. And I got a few scriptures. Lord willing, you brothers are edified. So we're just going to get right to it. Now, this is John 4. Let me see. I'm going to start at 4. The point being in 14. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Okay, now it says, I'm going to start at 5. It says, Then cometh he to a city of Samaria, which is called Sychar, near to the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. Now Jacob was there. Now Jacob's well was there. Yahushai, therefore, being wearied with his journey, sat thus on the well, and it was about the 6th hour. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Yahushua saith unto her, Give me to drink. For his disciples were going away unto the city to buy meat. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Now Yahushua answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of Yahweh, and who it is that saith to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. Now, obviously this woman didn't have a clue who Yahushua was at the time. You know what I mean? Yahushua basically like, you worried about where I'm from and where you from. If you would have just, you know what I mean, Salakia, if you would have just gave me a drink, you know what I mean, you would have got this living water. Continuing in verse 11, it says, The woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then thou that living water? Salakia, from whence then hast thou that living water? Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself and his children and his cattle? Well, yeah. I mean, continuing into verse 13. Yahushua answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. That low-level water, that well water. You know that's pleasing to the flesh. It says, verse 14, But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. Now, that's just to hit my point here. I'm going to jump over to Jeremiah chapter 2 and start at 12, point in 13, going into that fountain of life, that fountain of living water. It says, Be astonished. This verse 12. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. For my people have committed 2 evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters. I mean, Exodus 20:2 or 20:3, Salakia. It says, Thou shalt make no other gods before me. It says, Thou hast forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. So those broken cisterns, which is a tank or a vessel to hold water, them broken cisterns are going into these false prophets, these so-called pastors. You know what I mean? These so-called leaders on this side, and saying that according to wisdom, Wisdom of Solomon 1, I believe it was the 3rd or 4th verse, it says, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. So the point being, our people, wicked Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole, West Indian, and Haitians, They turned their back on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. They forsook that fountain of living water and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns at that, that can't hold water, that can't hold the fountain, that can't hold the fountain of living waters. You know, because that malicious soul wisdom won't enter in, man. So these false pastors and these so-called prophets is wicked, man. Nothing that they're spewing out of their mouth is beneficial to you. You know, who would set aside a fountain of living water for a broken cistern? Wicked Jake, or heathens, which know no better anyway because they weren't given the law. But that's not the point. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai rebuked them. You know, they checked them and told them the thing that they were doing, and they turned their back on them, man. They turned their back on the fountain of living water, the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures, the mysteries of the gospel, to worship fucking idols that they made or other people, telling them that, prophesying that unto them smooth things. Not only that, but they're empty vessels, man. Old bottles. These they built religious systems in which they so-called preaching the truth, when in reality they worthless, man. No value. Why should we cling to broken promises, man, when we got these prophecies, we got the Bible. It speaks on us, the Lord was Salakia, the earth was created for our sakes, man. In all these nations. You rather go to the synagogue of Satan, these harlot houses every Sunday, pay your tithes, and listen to them preach false hope and praise worship mammon. You know what I mean? Worship where they crave power. You know what I mean? Or whatever transitory thing that they're putting in a place of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? These fountain of living waters is these promises from our living powers is to constantly refresh us with that living water, man. To comfort us. This, that's why these scriptures are the comforter. You know what I mean? So let me see. Hit my. This is Sirach 1:5. The word of the Most High is the fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments. The word of the Most High is the fountain of wisdom, the fountain of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. These laws, statutes, and everlasting commandments. You see, it's simple. You see, we Lord willing, we those men, man. We have a different craving, man. We crave, our spiritual thirst has been quenched. We want nothing to do with these this tap water, this Flint, Michigan water. We want nothing to do with none of this low level shit on this side, man. And I was listening to the elders sit down last Saturday, which they did at Elder Tahara's house, and they were referring to these fountains of living. They were just saying that, and it's beautiful how they made this, how the analogy came together and made sense, because it's brothers all over the world, going live, doing lessons, throwing videos up. You know what I mean? And what do you call that when you go live? It's streaming. That's the fountain of living waters streaming. You know what I mean? It was not the the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's that constant fountain of living water constantly streaming. And brothers that's in the knowing, that are meant to hear this word and receive it, they're being spiritually quenched, man. Their thirst is being spiritually quenched. And it's just beautiful, man. Let's see, did I have anything else? No, that was it. But as you can see, I got TD Flakes. You know what I mean, TD Frosted Flakes up here. You know what I mean, so-called stunting. You know, the article I got this picture from, man. He got some Fendi jeans on with the off-whites. Posed up in front of his low-level chariot, man. This is the funniest shit I seen in a long time. But what led me to the article that I popped up, because after I seen this, I'm like, damn, what's his net worth? And this article popped up January the 13th, which is last month. And it's titled "The Shocking Net Worth of These 10 Richest U.S. Pastors Will Blow Your Mind." Now coming in at 10 was Joyce Meyer. I've heard her name before, but I'm not really familiar with her. She's just another false prophet anyway, you know, deceiving many. But her net worth was $8 million. And it's 10 of them. I'm not going to go into all of them. There's only 2 so-called Jakes on here. And you got TD Jakes coming in at 8. His net worth was $20 million. And Creflo Dollar being the other Jake on here, he came in at 5. His net worth was $27 million. This is, I believe, these statistics are according to 2018, so it's probably more now. Let me see. Oh, there you go, Joel Goldstein. Goldstein coming in at 3, man. His net worth is $100 million. Damn. And coming in at 1, Kenneth Copeland, net worth being $300 million. He been deceiving the people since the 60s, man. You know what I mean? Through TV, books, DVDs, CDs. He got what does it say here? It says he got a 1,500-acre campus near Fort Worth, Texas, a private airship and hangar. You know what I mean? For a $17.5 million jet and other aircraft. You know, it says he reportedly lives in a $6.3 billion lakefront mansion funded by his church. You know what I mean? And damn. It says, this particular article says he's worth $300 million, but other reports say he could be worth $750 million or more. So, I mean, there you have it, man. This is with the 501c3 charter. That's what gets you. You know what I mean? They got their consolation on this side. I mean, Esau going to do what he going to do. You know what I mean? They, they not under the law. But, you know, as far as Creflo and TD Jakes, man, TD Frosted Flakes, man, they gonna get their judgment. Now, they all appear to be Edomites, man, but I don't know. We can't go off the skin color. You know, some of these people might be Jake. You know, that's not meant for us to know, though, and nor do I care. But, you know, that's it I had on that document. Lord willing, you brothers was edified. And I'm going to say, Ka'Allah, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakah, Kradash, double honors of the apostles and elders, a great millstone. And shalom to the hopeful elect, man. Keep pushing, keep enduring. We almost out of this thing. Shalom. Kwam Yasharallah.